Hi guys, and welcome to my new watercolor tutorial. I'm so excited about this one because we're going to cover not just watercolor techniques but also a little bit of gouache folk art techniques, and I'll show you my tips and tricks for creating beautiful decorations. So stick around because halfway through the video is where I'm going to show you how to decorate our Christmas ornaments with white paint. Hey guys, if you're new to my channel and you love the tutorial, don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. All supplies are listed in the video description below. You'll need some nice thick paper, preferably watercolor paper, a jar of clear water, a palette, 2 brushes, one for covering larger areas with color, and a smaller brush for painting tiny decorative strokes. You'll need a pencil, ideally a hard pencil like 2H or 4H. Maybe a compass tool to help you draw the 2 circles, your favorite red, blue, and yellow watercolors, and most importantly some white gouache, white acrylic will work as well. Please don't feel pressure to use the same pigments unless you really like my colors. In that case, you can look up the names in the video description below. But if you don't have these pigments, don't let this stop you. Just grab your favorite reds, blues, and yellows, and let's get started. Here are 2 Christmas bubbles, just the outline and a nice bow. And let's decide that the source of light is on the left, and this will help us organize our colors from light to dark. So I'm gonna start by applying some pure orange on the left hand side, and I'm gonna leave a little highlight without any color. And on the right hand side, I'm gonna do a nice layer of red. I'm using Winsor Red Deep, but any vibrant red would do here. And so I'm just gonna cover the entire right hand side with my brush and maybe add a little bit more while my paper is still wet, just leaving that area on the left around the highlight a bit more light. And I'm just watching the paint spread and adding more and more color as I go, just to make that shape really pop. Now on the right hand side, I'm also going to use a little bit of ultramarine and purple because our bulb on the right will be blue, so I really want to make sure that we capture that reflection. And then a little bit more pearl orange just to add some visual interest. Again, my paper is still wet, so I'm working quite fast. And I think we're done for now. So let me move on to the blue bubble on the right. I'm using Winsor Blue, green shade. You can also use something like phthalo blue or any other nice vibrant blue that you like. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do the whole bubble, cover it up, and leave a highlight blank. And now I'm going with my ultramarine, which is a bit darker and more saturated, and I'm adding some pigment around the highlight. Now a little bit of purple and maybe even the same red as the one I've used on the bubble on the left. Now I'm gonna dry my brush on my tissue paper, and I'm just gonna lift some color because I want to make sure that we have this nice almost 3D shape. So I'm just creating that highlight at the bottom and on the top, and you can see me kind of dabbing my brush to remove all the water, and then I'm using that dry brush on wet paper to lift the color. Gonna do the same thing on the left for my red bulb. And now I'm going with one of my favorite colors, Opera Pink, and adding a little bit of magenta too, just to paint our nice little bow. And so I'm gonna cover the entire area with some pigment. I'm dropping magenta on the areas that I think are in the shadow, maybe in between those ribbons, and lifting the color where I feel there are some highlights. So here we go. I've dropped a bit of Carmine too, just for visual interest. Don't worry about using the same pigments. Again, whatever your favorite pink is, just use that. The ribbon is completely covered with color, and I'm just dropping a little bit of more saturated magenta color just to add a little bit more definition. Now I'm going to do the details, those metal handles on each bubble. So I'm gonna start with Quinacridone yellow, and then I'm going to add some burnt orange just on the right hand side where I think the shadows are. Again, I'm leaving a few blank spaces just to identify where the highlights are. Our subject is very shiny. And now we're done with our first layer. So let's let it dry, maybe for about half an hour to 2 hours, and come back with our second layer of color. And this is really to add some nice definition and vibrancy to finish off our bubbles so that our shapes look more real. So I'm gonna go with my Winsor blue, the same blue that I've used in the first layer, and also add some ultramarine, and just go around with my brush all around that white highlight, adding more saturated pigment and building my color around, so you can see it's starting to look a lot more vibrant. Now let's do the same for the right bubble, and I'm going around with my Winsor red deep and just adding more and more of a color boost around that highlight. Now let's add a little bit of that magenta on the left of the blue bubble, where we see the reflection from the red bubble, and also a little bit underneath our pink ribbon, just to make sure we capture those beautiful color reflections. And now let's move on to our bow, and it's time to add a little bit more definition. I'm going to go with my Perylene Violet and start painting the shadows all around. So you can see kind of the shape of this bow is starting to emerge. So everything that's facing light will be left pink, and everywhere where I imagine there's some folds or a shadow being cast by another ribbon, I'm just gonna paint those shadows with my Perylene Violet. Now a few shadows on the gold details, again using the same Perylene Violet. Bit more color on the ribbon. And I think we're done. Now as a final touch, let's paint the shadow that the ribbon is casting on our two ornaments. And I'm just gonna use a bit more saturated pigment, just a little bit more of that same violet on both bulbs. A few more details just to accentuate the shadows. And now this is the exciting part. Let's paint the ornaments. So the way we're going to do the white decorations is using white gouache. We don't want to use white watercolor because it's so transparent, it's not going to stand out against our vibrant background. Gouache is opaque, of course, and so I'm just going to put a tiny little bit on my palette. I'm going to spray some water just to activate it. Before I start applying my colors, I'm going to use my pencil, and I'm using very hard pencil, it's 4H, just to identify where I want my snowflakes to go. So you can't quite see it, but I'm just identifying roughly where the center of each snowflake is going to go. Now I'm gonna go with my tiny acrylic brush, pick up a little bit of that white gouache, mix it with water, make it really creamy, then turn it around, take the back of my brush and put it in the center of each snowflake. Just like that. Tap, 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 and I'm putting it in the center of each snowflake. So that will help me kind of orient myself when I'm using the brush to paint the tiny details. So here I go with the first one. So the first snowflake I'm going to show you really quickly so you can see sort of what we're working towards, and the second snowflake I'm going to show you really slowly. So here we go. This is sort of the snowflake shape that I came up with, and now I'm going to go very slowly and show you how I lay down those strokes. So I start with the tip of my brush, making sure that I have enough color, and then I paint sort of like a teardrop shape, and I turn around my paper and I'm gonna do another one. This is easier for me, so I'm just gonna keep turning it over and over. I'm gonna do 4 of these little clusters, and I'm gonna turn my brush over again, do 4 dots in between, and this is just to help me with the symmetry. And now I'm gonna do a few more little teardrops in between the ones that I already painted. Again, just using the tip of my brush and then pressing it a little bit at the base of each teardrop. One long and two small ones. Here we go. So now I'm going to finish it off. I'm going to paint a bunch of these snowflakes, and I'm trying to kind of follow a pattern system. So I'm going to again put the dots to mark up the center, and then I'm going to go with my brush and do my first cluster. And I'm going to turn my paper around as I go, just to make sure that I don't smudge any colors. And just like that. So it's a really simple shape, and I'm using again the back of my brush to add a little bit more interest, placing those dots around my main dot in the center. And yours don't have to look the same. You can come up with your own snowflake shape, but the key is we're using white opaque gouache, so it's gonna look as if it's painted on a real 3D circular shape. And I'm gonna finish off my pattern just underneath the ribbon. The last one on the side, and now let's do something completely different on this blue bulb. So I'm gonna draw like a little house and maybe a few trees and identify my horizon line, and I'm gonna use my brush just to put down a few strokes, and I'm doing it from thick to thin. This is my snow and a little house, a few trees. I'm gonna do a few tiers for my pine trees, just using my brush very loosely. And if I see my gouache is kind of fading and maybe I'm not using enough pigment, I put quite a bit of water, so I'm gonna double down and go over my strokes with my brush again and again until I'm happy with how white the picture is looking. Sometimes I do it 3 or 4 times. So here's another tree, just a few tiers, maybe some smoke coming out. And now a few more details. Now that I have my base horizon line, I'm just gonna do a few curvy details, maybe another tree or a bush. Just a nice little winter scene. Again, you can see me going over and over with my brush. Now let's do the moon. Paint a few decorative strokes. This is not a realistic scene, this is a decoration, so don't worry about the precise placement of the stroke, just making it look real pretty. And now I'm gonna use the back of my brush again and do some snowflakes. Here's our little winter scene. I love this trick. And again, I'm gonna use my brush to kind of make sure that the white stays white. A few more trees, make the moon a bit whiter. And now let's do some finishing touches. So I feel like we need to add a bit more contrast to our bow. I'm gonna go again with my Winsor Red Deep and maybe a little bit of purple just to mark up those shadows again. I feel like it's gonna look more vibrant and sharp if I do that. So here we go. I think that's quite enough. And now I'm going to show you how to paint snow. So this is back to more realistic technique of watercolor. I'm going to cover everything with water, everything around my ornaments. Now that my background is all wet, I'm going to use my indigo, which is a very subtle dark blue. And I'm going to use my purple, the same purple I've used before on the shadows, and I'm gonna just drop a few light bits of color here and there to identify the shadows from our ornaments. Keep it very light, it's snow after all, and just at the base where our ornaments are sitting. Indigo is my favorite color for snow. I'm gonna put a few drops of clear water just to add some highlights in the snow. More color all around my ornaments. And I think this is pretty much done. What do you think, guys? I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, my watercolor tips and my gouache technique. If you did, do subscribe. Next week I'll be back with a new watercolor tutorial. Thank you guys so much. I wish you all a wonderful holiday season and a colorful week ahead. I'll see you guys soon.